Or you can be like me, if you don't want to go through that kind of trouble. You can go on retrogames.cc and you can play some of those games that I mentioned on your browser. Yes, you can actually do that on your browser. That's how I've been doing a lot of my retro gameplays. If you just go to that browser, go to that site, and you can definitely play some of those retro titles on your own without having to buy a damn thing, which is great. Because a lot of those games, I know some people frown upon emulation, but Nintendo's pretty much doing it by re-releasing all these titles anyway. It's essentially the same thing, except they want you to pay for it. And what I say to that is phooey, because, no. I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan, especially these days. It's like I already have a Switch, but thanks for the advice. I'll take all that into consideration. Well, yeah. If you don't want to get the SNES Classic, which is perfectly fine, I know RetroGames.cc doesn't have, like, any Nintendo... It has Super Nintendo games, but don't expect to look for, Super Mario or Zelda or any of the Nintendo mascots in there. Just don't expect it, because it's not there. HBK, how's it going, man? Let me give you a shout out while you're here. Hold on. Uh-oh, SmackDown 2.
Don't tell me this shit froze.
Oh no, the game froze.
Are you kidding me?
No!
Ah, I haven't lost.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, never mind.
You lost, you son of a bitch. Yeah! That's what I'm talking. Somebody should have clipped that. Yes!
Oh, wow. That PlayStation 1 load time. Shout out to Crash Holly. RIP to Crash Holly. As well as Eddie Guerrero. But yeah, those PlayStation 1 load times totally suck. It doesn't make it better on emulator either. But, nice SmackDown 2 clip. You can, catch, HBK, Illmatic, who is a retro streamer like myself. Well, variety streamer, I should say. And also his Two Dudes Attitude podcast, which happens monthly. Or whenever they feel like doing it. But, give him a follow anyway. Good people. Overdose, I believe. I think it was an overdose. I do appreciate, oh, great. We got another freaking I thought these bots would go away by now. But, get some rest, Torin. Appreciate it. Appreciate you being in. How did Crash Holly pass away? Let's see. I think it was an overdose. Yep, overdose. It was an overdose on, Carisoprodol. Carisoprodol. I don't know what Carisoprodol is, but this doesn't sound good. Carisoprodol and a partially consumed bottle of alcohol were found nearby. Carisoprodol is sold under the... Oh, Soma overdose. Oh, God, dude. It's a muscle relaxer. He overdosed on muscle relaxers and alcohol. Sad way to go out, man. Anyway. Let's get back to the game. I know some people think that the current generation of professional wrestling may be boring and sanitized for our viewing pleasure, but one thing that I do applaud today's wrestlers for doing is for staying as drug-free as possible, because we have seen too many of our childhood figures pass away due to drugs, alcohol, and abuse. It's just sad. Luckily, we won't be seeing the wrestlers of this generation die at 30, 40, or 50 years old due to ODing. So, we have seen so many people within the past 20 years alone pass away due to drug abuse. And luckily, the current generation of wrestling fans will not have to go through that. Because how many people have we seen pass away so young? And being a wrestling fan that's a long-time wrestling fan, that hurts. Like, some of the older wrestling games, I can't play anymore. Like, I just can't get around to playing anymore. Not because the gameplay is dated, or the graphics. It's just that most of the roster is dead. I can't do it. It's just too much. Like WrestleMania the arcade game, I love it, but a good chunk of the roster is gone. So, I can't do it. Like, I like play it one time and just be done with it. Eddie Guerrero, yep, that hurt. That definitely hurt. It really did. Remember people asking me in school, since I was the wrestling guy, like, is it true that Eddie Guerrero passed away? I'm like, yes. Yes, it was. I hated being the bad news that day. It sucked. Same thing for Chris Benoit. Yes, what he did is terrible. But it still sucked because we didn't know at the time. God, that hurt. Hurt a lot. Ugh. There's so many to name within the past 15, 20 years that hurt so much. I mean, I was only 9 years old when Owen passed away, so about 8 or 9 years old. But looking back, that sucked too. Like, oh my gosh. And God knows how many others. Like, you can just go down the list. There's just too many to name. In the past 20 years alone, past 2 decades that are gone now, and that's not fair. Another big one, Macho Man, 2011, 2010, 2011, heart attack while just driving on the road. It's like, that hurt too. Like, totally unfair. Like, forgot about Shad. I forgot about Shad Gaspard already. Owen was sad because he was just scratching the surface and how good he can be. And the sad part was that Owen was planning on retiring soon. But imagine if he didn't. Imagine the matches he could have had with Jericho, Kurt Angle, Benoit, Perry Saturn, Eddie Guerrero. Those could have been amazing matches. We never got to see them. Same thing for Brett. He retired too early. Well, he was forced to retire thanks to Goldberg. Idiot. But imagine what could have been. Shad was sad. Totally sad. I feel bad for his son. For a man who, as a guy who also lost his father. That hurt me so much. That is just, he sacrificed himself to save his son. And how Shad Gaspard is not in the Hall of Fame for the Warrior Award is just beyond me at this point. It's like, put Shad in the Hall of Fame just for that alone. Like, I don't care about anybody else that's not in the Hall of Fame other than The Undertaker, and then put Shad Gaspard in there. That's your Hall of Fame class. That's it. Undertaker, Shad, that's it for this year. We'll move on after next year. Yokozuna, oh gosh. It also hurts about Yokozuna is that the only time we've seen him in a wrestling game since, other than Raw was 2K14, and that's it. That's it, really. There's Raw in 2K14. That was it. There's only 2 wrestling games he was in. Why is not Yokozuna in other wrestling games? Put him back. Put him in there. Do it. I wouldn't mind him being DLC. I'd play him. I liked Yoko. Taker should go in by himself. I do agree with that. I do agree. Just have all of his greatest rivals and friends take turns saying a few words. WrestleMania arcade game. I completely forgot about that. Wow, I'm older than how old Yoko and Owen were when they passed. Yoko was 34. Oh, gosh. Jeez. I didn't know he passed away that young. I thought he was in his 40s. He wasn't even 40 yet. Owen was 34 as well. Both were 34 and they passed away. And I'm 31, so that's... Ugh, God. Yeah, both were 34. Wow. Just, wow. And I'm approaching 34, so... Umaga, yeah. Another one gone too soon thanks to drugs, man. Totally unfair. Ashley, yeah, that sucks, and that's really terrible considering the fact that she left a child behind. Being a young mother and leaving a child behind, and that's even worse. Hana Kimura, speaking of suicides, even though I didn't grow up watching her, and neither has any of us. Like Ashley and China, it's just terrible on China's behalf. Brody Lee, of course. It will be a crying shame if Brody Lee is not in 2K22. Put him in the game. If, I know Brody Lee's going to be in the AEW game. That's pretty much a lock. But can we get Luke Harper for one last game? Just one for WWE. Just one. He's not contracted on anybody. Really. Just can we get one more appearance with Luke Harper? One. Just one. It'll probably be the last game he'll ever appear in for WWE, but can we get Luke Harper for 2K22? Yes, please. Alright, China, that was sad. Ashley, that was sad. Even though Ashley was not much of a wrestler, but then again, not many people in the Divas era were. Still, she was too young. Too young. China. And it's when you hear about China's life, it was just at the end, it's terrible. Daphne, same deal. Good grief. And a lot of these people weren't even 50. And that's still way too young. Just not fair. Totally not fair. And a lot of these just could have easily, like a lot of these suicides just could have been avoided if they just got some help. And it's just terrible. Another one, Hana Kimura. Even though we in the States didn't know of her. Yeah, the list of people before 50 is just ridiculously long, whether it be by natural causes, drug abuse, or self-inflicted suicide. It's just too long and too traumatizing. And it's terrible. It's today's wrestling fan that just got into it. A lot of the younger fans don't have to deal with that, at least not as much as we did, because a lot of the people that we grew up with are slow. Some of them are gone now, whether by natural causes or some other case, and it's only going to pile up as we get older. And that's a sad fact to say, but it happens. And I know quite a few people that stopped watching wrestling because some of these people died so young. And I can't blame them. I honestly can't. But that list before 50 is ridiculously long. Way too long. Oh, I see. Magicite. Excellent work, Sid. General Celis, we needn't keep up with the charade any longer. Bring me the Magicite's crystals. Celis, you tricked us? Of course not. Please trust me. The sweet trace of betrayal. Oh, Celis, that's so you. Look, believe me. Now! Kill them all! Look, let me protect you for once. And maybe then you'll believe me. Celis, what are you doing? Stop! I didn't know much about Hana Kimura, but her death is extremely sad, and I hope the people that bullied her hate themselves right now. 22. 22. 22. And it was just a reality show. An $80 fine. Not enough. Not enough. Too light a punishment to me. I do. If anything, manslaughter. If anything, should be charged with manslaughter. But that's just not right. She should still be here. That is too light a punishment, at least to me. At least be charged with at least manslaughter in the second or third degree. You assisted that woman. Yes, she may have chose to die, but you pushed her to it. It's terrible. 22 years old. And I can't even look at Fire Pro the same way anymore because Hana Kimura is in the game. the first and last wrestling game she ever appeared in. That sucks. Even though we didn't get to know her on this side of the world, who knows how her career could have been? She probably could be in AEW right now. Probably in NXT. We don't know. We'll never know. And it goes to show how social media has some of the worst people that ever graced the face of this earth. And even though I'm making and hope to make money off this platform, it's just some of these troglodytes really don't deserve to live either. And yes, I did say that. Everything is just jokes until it happens to them. And it's not fair. Is social media the devil? No. It's only as devilish as the users that use it. Because without social media, I without social media, I wouldn't have met the lifelong friends that I have now. I wouldn't be on this platform. I wouldn't have met great people. True Individual wouldn't be here right now without this. But it is only as bad as its users. It's just as dangerous as a gun. Guns don't kill people. The users do. And everything is a joke until it happens to them. Then they want to feel bad. No. It's just Twitter. No, it's not, man. A lot of people seem to forget there's people behind that screen. Daily. You don't know who that person on the other end is going through right now. You don't. You really don't. I hope they feel bad for what they did. You practically killed that woman. And I hope you burn in hell for it. You're a piece of shit. But anyway, Gaming World, how's it going, buddy? Found you from the last raid. But anyway, listen, enough of the heavy stuff. We got a new chatter here. Let's welcome him with some hype brownies. Gaming World from our who was that I raided? From my last raid last night. Let's welcome in the new dude. It's like from my raid last night, from a fellow Final Fantasy fan. Oh jeez, I forgot her name already. Ain't that some shit? Anyway, I did raid somebody new last night, and how are you doing there, Gaming World? How's it going? Moon Princess. I almost forgot her name. No, not FF13. Please, no. I will never play that game. But anyway. From Moon Princess 247, she was playing Final Fantasy VI as well. She was playing the original version of Final Fantasy VI, and I decided to give her a raid. And that's how I ended up coming across Gaming World, and I'm glad you're here. Late here in the States, while maybe early where you are right now. I don't know. But, yes, I don't have that kind of sound alert here for Final Fantasy 13, no. Or anything regarding Final Fantasy 13. But I have plenty of sound alerts. But not that. It's 11:35, so you're in the mountain time zone. So you're 2 hours behind. So, good. It's a little later here. It's 1:40 here in Atlanta. But, 1:39. Okay, 1:39. So, I'm 2 hours ahead. Doing well, glad to see you gaming a good classic. Well, what I do here, Gaming World, is every February I play a Final Fantasy game. And since it's the 35th anniversary of Final Fantasy, the franchise as a whole, instead of playing one Final Fantasy, I'm playing two. And I just finished Final Fantasy IV about a week ago. That the end of that is already in the VODs. I will be highlighting this entire playthrough on Twitch. This entire Final Fantasy VI playthrough on Twitch with no problem. The weather's pretty good. The weather's pretty warm for right now until it cools down on Monday. It'll be back in the 50s, but it's been in the 70s here. Nice. That's a nice thing for the people that made the game. That's amazing. But yes, since I'll be playing not just Final Fantasy. We've been having ups and downs here in New Mexico. We've been having ups and downs here in Atlanta. 1 minute it's frost. 1 minute it's below freezing and there's frost. The next minute it's raining. The next minute it's a nice 70 degrees. Global warming is real, people. Anyway. Deny it all you want. Global warming is real, people. Ooh, what have I done? There's no excuse for it, no matter how much Kefka may have threatened me. Trading the life energies from Espers just to make people stronger. You've helped me to come to a decision. I'm going to talk to the Emperor and make him realize how foolish this war is. But I did see, still trying to figure out my bio on here, like everyone else has a badass bio looking profiles. My bio isn't really great either. I'm more or less making fun of myself in my bio. I didn't put much thought into it, really. Oh, yeah, six new Espers. And I'm playing the Pixel Remaster of Final Fantasy VI. Now, I put some mods in here as well. There's a font mod in this game that I put in that makes the font more anyway, as I was trying to say, I put in a font mod in this game because the original font for the Pixel Remaster looks absolutely terrible. Because I put a new font in, which is pretty similar to the Super Nintendo version. So, which is a pretty easy fix, by the way. You can just simply just go into the README files and just put in the new font. And there you go. It's a pretty easy fix. Because the original font is hard to read. Like, even... I don't have the best vision in the world, but it's very hard to read. How far am I into the game? I just got out of... Vector, and we just escaped Vector. Just escaped there, and we found out about the Espers, and we just got 6 more. We got Unicorn, Madeline, Tobapa, Bismarck, Carbuncle, Phantom. Alright, so I need to give... Well, all these are storyline ones, so you can't miss them. Shiva. Okay, he's almost close to learning all of these, so we'll keep those. Ramu. Let's see. Sabin's learned all those. Let's see what else we can give him. No. No, Sabin's not really a magic user, so I'm not going to give that to him. HP plus 10, yes. Strength plus 2, ooh, okay. I usually try, when I play Final Fantasy VI, is to try to, I'm going to be completing all the side quests. All the side quests will be done. I'll be beating all the 8 dragons, all the 8 legendary dragons. I'll be getting the ultimate weapon. I'll be doing some of the Colosseum stuff. All that is going to be done. All that's going to be done. Now, is it going to be a 100% run, as in getting the Platinum Trophy? No. Is it going to be 100% one is in getting all the hidden stuff? Yes. Now, getting the 100%, getting the platinum trophy for this game is like filling out the bestiary and all that stuff. That doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. Filling out the bestiary and whatever. That's to get the platinum trophy. No, I don't care for platinum trophies. I don't. Now, I said that even though I did make my 400 follower stream all about getting a platinum trophy. But if I really